was the unveiling of the portraits of the Obamas. Now, the president's was painted by Caninde Wiley, and the First Lady's was done by Amy Sherland. Now, these portraits will hang in the Smithsonian Museum.
Not the White House.
Not the White House.
Yeah.
And they rely much more on an artist's interpretation than the ones that hang in the White House. So some folks are losing their minds. Some folks think they're wonderful. What do you think? Did they show it? Did I miss it?
No, we showed
They did show it a little bit. They just showed it. Now, while I didn't think that, you know, art is so subjective, I didn't think the portrait looked like Michelle Obama. I thought it looked like my cousin. Like, you know, just when I looked at it. But what I loved about this, well, it looked, you know, it just didn't look like her to me.
She actually looks like her daughter.
Oh, Malia?
It looks like
Sasha?
Malia.
I like the powerful stance. I think that the power does, you don't have to display your power. It just is there, you know, like in the big screen, less is more. And I like this stance because you know Michelle Obama is a powerful, powerful woman. It, to me, spoke so much strength. So that's, I got a little
I don't
emotional.
understand why it has to look like her. Do you ever see a Picasso painting of his wife? Okay? Yeah. So,
Is that what she looked like?
I mean, it's... The point being...
look like that.
Yeah, I mean, just go to the Metropolitan, check out Picasso's wives.
Look at art.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, art, you know,
subjective.
it doesn't hit everybody the same way, and because it's not a photograph, you know, so it doesn't necessarily need to. But also know that they chose these artists to do their portraits. So these are,
and they did it intentionally. These are the first African-American artists to portray a president and his wife at the Smithsonian. And I think that is sort of so impressive because Michelle Obama said, you know, little girls, especially little girls of color, can see someone that looks like them depicted on these hallowed walls. And I love that. And I am a huge fan of Caninde Wiley.
Do you have any of his art?
I cannot afford any of his art.
Well, there's
but I went to a show that he had at the Brooklyn Museum, and he is just so phenomenal.
Is Sean Spicer back there?
So fantastic. He's known for using this flora and the fauna in the background, and he said that, you know, there's an homage to Chicago, and one of the flowers an homage to Hawaii in one of the flowers.
Yeah.
And let's face it, President Obama looks fine in that picture. I mean, he looks so handsome and attractive.
With so much strength that just comes.
It exudes, and it's
just
unapologetically black.
Yes,
and I think that was the intent.
Black.
so.
Megan felt
I think Megan didn't think it was that Michelle looked like herself, right?
Political art is fascinating in general, and interpretations of leaders. If anyone has watched The Crown, Winston Churchill famously burned a photo of himself that he didn't like because it showed him sort of aging and in the twilight of his career. I liked President Obama's. I did not like Michelle Obama's as much as everyone else did. Well, actually, I think the reaction is mixed. I actually would like to have seen her portrayed more the way she looks in person. I don't recognize her here, and when you're talking about what women and I think of all colors can appreciate our former First Lady going into the Smithsonian to see it. I do think it's important historically, 100 years from now, that we know what our First Lady looked like, and that to me doesn't look like her.
They'll go to the White House and they'll see it.
I know, but this is it's a representation of art in her honor, and I had thought likeness, but this isn't the first time a piece of art from an administration has been controversial. Bill Clinton's official portrait, I didn't know the Clintons actually had it taken down, or it can't be on public view since 2009, excuse me, because the shadow is supposed to be Monica Lewinsky's dress.
Ooh, well,
so these type of photos are full of controversy.
The artist said that. That was something.
Now, about 5 minutes after the unveiling,
I believe
Monica
the artist
Lewinsky
said that.
scandal and dress. But art is deeply personal and interpretative. I studied it in college, and you know, it just whatever. I think however you feel probably is interpreted that way.
You know, so about 5 minutes after the unveiling, the internet went to work on them, and here are a few memes that actually made me kind of laugh.
What?
Sean.
There's Sean Spicer. There's Sean Spicer.
There he is. Let's see.
Okay.
It's good.
You know, it's so funny. And different people, and I know with us, people will send us artwork of us, their renderings of how we look. And sometimes you look at it and you go, I don't look anything like that. I still have on my wall, somebody sent me a picture. I got 3 double chins. But I guess my double chins gives him joy, and that's what he focused on. So some people, you know, it is very personal.
It is. And you can tell a lot about a person by what kind of art they choose to have in their home or their dressing room or whatever. And,
to put the blue dress, I haven't gotten over the blue dress.
I think
have to look that up.
That's very
We'll be right back.
True.
Yes.
That's a